This is a quick little video on commercial cleaning business advertising. And what this service is about is this is an introduction to business advertising. And this applies to a commercial cleaning business, a janitorial service, the specialty services, a carpet, tile. It wouldn't really matter the details of what services. This is about business advertising and how to get your company in front of decision makers on a regular basis. And this is a great service because we can get in front of all the business people on a regular basis. And that can be previous clients, it can be to find new ones, to generate referrals. It's endless how the benefit is. Now, the first part I want to go over is people always ask, what is the best way to get commercial cleaning leads? And my opinion is, and my experience is, to come up with 6 to 12 different tactics. These are tactics. And my viewpoint is your website, your CRM, your sales software, that's your middle. And to be storing all your information there and keep sending people there. Now, what are some of the different tactics? Cold calling is a huge one, especially for larger accounts, key accounts, because they're very difficult to find out who the decision maker is and just to get in touch with them in general. They're very busy people. Email, SEO, I like all of these tactics to some degree. But the one we provide and this video is about digital advertising, and that is to businesses only. And people are going to ask, well, what is business to business advertising? What we want to do is get in front of managers, executives, and business owners before the competition. Yes, I know everybody wants to get a lead, as in a live estimate right now today. The downside to that, though, is if somebody's soliciting bids like that, they are taking 5 to 7 bids. There's no question about it. If they're out there on Google search and searching for office cleaning, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they are going to take 5 to 7 bids. There's no question about it. So that's the benefit of this, is we want to get in front of people before they get to that process. If they currently have a carpet cleaning business, or they currently have a office cleaning business and they're annoyed by them, but they're too lazy, or they just haven't gotten around to the point of actually going out and looking for a bid, that's when we want to get to them, and that's when this kicks in. That's the benefit of this, is we're getting in front of people and reminding them of that pain point, that this company is annoying, and eventually they click on our ad and schedule an estimate, and we get in the door before anyone else does. So that's the point. And I'm not saying that I'm against AdWords or other forms. I'm for all of them. This is just in the mix. This is another way to get in front of people. But it's a very unique service that only a handful of contractors in the whole country do or even know exists. So what is the difference with business to business advertising? The big difference is it's the total opposite. Usually you have an ad and you're running it to anybody. Anybody can come in. So we can't control that. With business to business advertising, we have a fixed audience. So for argument's sake, let's say that there's 30,000 businesses in your market. That's a very fixed audience of people who would see this ad. It wouldn't be, if you have a population of 500,000, it wouldn't be going out to a 500,000 people. It would only be seen by these decision makers at these 30,000 businesses, and that's it. So one of the solutions is to rotate. What we would want to do is rotate topics. Now, this is going to change for every company. I wouldn't keep to these percentages too much. The point is to keep rotating ads, because not all of these managers are interested in the same topic. Some of them will be about employee training. This is a common question that people ask. Well, how do you clean your techs? How do you clean your cleaner, or how do you train your cleaners? So that might be one of the topics. And recruiting, how do you find people? Solving technical problems, disinfecting. So this is when you have a fixed audience, we can't keep sending them the same ad over and over and over again, because they're just going to get sick of seeing it. That's why we want to rotate. Plus, people have different values, and that's another reason why we want to rotate. Not everybody buys for one reason. So what makes our solution exclusive is that none of your competitors are going to be doing this. You'll be the only one doing this. And we only do this for one service, for one market. So what are the steps that we take? We set up a discovery call so we can do a live demo so I can show you how this works. We then put together and populate a list of all the businesses and decision makers in your market. Now, this is going to change depending on how large your market is. Some people might have 10 or 15,000, and others may have 50,000. That's something that will just depend on the size of your metro area. But this is an example that we're going to put together a lead list of all the businesses in your market and all the decision makers, and that's how we're going to show them ads. So the final question is, well, what types of websites do business owners and managers go? And the answer is there's a lot of them. And in our inventory is over 100,000 different sites that we work with. And some of them might be like CNBC. CNBC is pretty popular with business people. Regardless if it's an office manager, an owner, people go on CNBC on a regular basis for all kinds of different reasons. But this would be a big site where we would want to show like ads like this. This would be the type of ad you would see. Or sometimes it's not showing right. Oh, there it goes. Or ads like this. This is the type of ads that we would be using. But that's something that you're probably already have thought of. But I can tell you that for business to business, they look up all kinds of different places that you would never even think of. Like this is dictionary.com. Well, dictionary.com is something that people working in an office look up all the time. I even do it all the time. I forget how to spell a word, and so I shoot over to dictionary.com to look it up. Or somebody tells me a word or uses a word that I don't know, I go look it up. Thesaurus.com is also another big one that people often use to go and look up words for, if they're writing a proposal or so these are some of the sites that we would want to use. And if you have any more questions, please visit our website at methodcleanbiz.com and come to the page and schedule a discovery call. My name is Shane Dubell, and our company is called Method Clean Biz.